I gotta admit, folks, this is a pretty cool special interview to be able to do right now. Have never had anyone from Rye High School on before, but I got my old friend Brandon LaBella on here with me. And man, for you and all the amount of traveling you do, to have you in this seat right now is pretty darn cool. Really appreciate you coming down here for the show today.
Thank you so much.
Now, Brandon LaBella, I don't know where to begin, man. You got your mission, you're an author, you're spreading just great enthusiasm, helping people all over the world. There's so many different places to start, but I think first and foremost, tell us about your mission. What gets you up each and every day? Because I got to be honest, if I woke up every day, you've got the words that get me up and running and get it and ready to go. So what is the mission, my friend?
Yeah, no, I appreciate just being here, and just every morning I wake up, it's as long as I can breathe, right? I can see, I can walk and do all these amazing things. I'm just grateful to be on this show and have everyone around me, and even just the veteran over there who we just thanked
Tom
over
Georgie,
there.
our man.
Just every single human being, I feel like that's what we're here for, right? To lift each other up. And I'm down at sometimes we're not having the best day, but others lift me up, and sometimes people are not having the best day, and sometimes people make mistakes, and I'm here to lift them up just by being me, not by trying to help them. So every day I wake up and I say, wow, life is such a beautiful gift, man. I mean, every day we're here. What are we doing here if we're not doing that? So spreading it with really good people, spreading it with positivity, and spreading good vibes wherever we go is how I roll. Yeah.
Positivity is such a big part of it. And I feel every time, I remember I think you and we saw each other. I was on a walk, you were on your bike, and man, the second I saw you, great big smile, all positivity just surrounding the thing. And that's what I think we all need more of in this world, just more positivity all around. I want to go to the book. Obviously,
Sure.
The Journey to Failing Freely. That's a heck of a title. More than anything, I mean, tell me about the book. It probably, I'm sure, encompasses a lot about your message, but what made you sit down and put this thing together?
Yeah, I think the first big transformation was when I was in South Africa, and that was in the summer of June. It was June 2017,
Okay.
so that was about 2 years ago now. So we're 26 months into this journey of failing freely, but I just sat down and I met this homeless guy from Tanzania, and at the top of this mountain, this guy had nothing. He was homeless, and every single day he ran up and down this mountain for 6 hours, right? Just because he wanted to fulfill his dream of becoming a soccer player in Europe. And maybe he did, maybe he didn't become that. But at the same time, I realized this guy knew who he was. He lived every day with a purpose, and he actually loved himself. And for me, I was always a positive, fun guy to be around, always wrote cool articles in the paper.
We'll get to that.
At the same time, I just didn't understand what was my purpose really being here, and why was I here? Was I just here to consume? Was I just here to trash the place, right? And although I was trying to be a good citizen, it's very easy to lose track of that in the sight of societal demands and societal goals of whatever it was. So at that time, I was studying finance in college, had worked at IBM and NASA, and had been trying to really make a play in finance. And when I realized that there was so much more to that, and I wanted to live every day being fulfilled, I kind of went on this ultra super journey to failing freely. And that doesn't mean that you can't fail, because I've failed a million times over the last 2 years, right? But it does mean that you can fail with the proper parameters without harming the environment, without harming those around you. And once again, I've still have made so many mistakes in the past. I've still have failed and harmed the environment. I still have failed and harmed and been mean to other people. But at the same time, every single day I'm working, and I'm inch by inch, baby step by baby step, I'm getting there by enjoying the journey every day and being more kind and being less intrusive to the environment and everything around us. So.
Failure is one of those things where, I think sometimes failure keeps people from trying. And that's one of the saddest things, I think, in the world, is if failure is what keeps you from even giving it a shot, that's something you gotta go overcome. And certainly, I think positivity is one of those things. Is failure isn't quitting. There's a difference between failing and quitting. If you fail, you tried. And that's what it's all about. It's overcoming, adapting, doing all of those things. But I do want to go to that little writing thing. So it's pretty cool. One of the Jersey things, Jersey Joe, is what everybody basically knows me as from high school, wearing jersey every single day. And you wrote a little awesome column in the paper where I would give you these jerseys that, these are hard ones. These are jerseys not your average guy would know or have. You would put like 10 of them in there and people had to guess. And that was always a really cool thing. You brought a little clip of it, which is even more awesome. I still think, I don't know, Tavares Jackson on the Vikings, number 7. That, to me, that still might be the ultimate stumper. I don't know too many people, and we had some Viking fans at that school who would really know that one.
Well, I mean, we had Derrick Rose and the Bulls, right? So this was 2011, right? We had Durant on the Thunder, 35 Thunder. Griffin on the Clippers. That would be probably an easy one.
And those are big 3 NBA guys.
Yeah.
So I would think, those are nice to start off with. Give people 20 on the Raiders at the time.
D. McFadden from Arkansas.
So I think that's one you kind of got to think about. You at the time think about.
85 of the Packers.
85 on the Pack with Mr. Greg Jennings, Super Bowl champion. We had number 50 Michael Crabtree on the 49ers, 40 on the Browns, the one-hit wonder Peyton Hillis.
Yeah.
People remember him on the Madden cover. That was a short-lived, but he tore up the league for a little time. Number 12 on the Jets, that was total throwback. Anybody here?
Yeah, Joe
Namath, the legend. And then number 12 on Iowa, that's another stumper, man. Unless you're a college football fan in Iowa, Ricky Stanzi, of course, but I mean, that's one of those really cool things where I think you go back and you see that connection there. And certainly the writing for you there, and where you could kind of trace your journey back to starting in the Rye High School paper. So now you're working on a second book, man.
Yeah.
That's just amazing. It really is. It's one of those things where I think, we find more and more today where the resistance seems to overtake people, and it's so hard to get down and put those words on the page. But you've got a second book coming out. Tell us a little bit about, you told us that story about what got you to your first book.
Yeah.
Your second book, is there something that really lit a spark and gave you that idea?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I love sharing my journey and experiences, and last September I actually went down to Hong Kong.
Okay.
And I taught over there English to about 50 students between the ages of 5 and 12. And I just learned so much from that beautiful place, from those amazing people, and that's really where the foundation of the second book came. Is I came in there trying to be like, all right, I'm going to spread all the sunshine, I'm going to spread all this happiness, and I did, and it was amazing, and the amount of smiles that we created in that classroom just for myself and the students were amazing. But at the same time, I've learned so much more from those students, so much more from those around me in Hong Kong. I mean, it's just a whole different world over there, right? And when you really go in and you have some sort of perception of how something's going to be, I mean, you always have to be open-minded and iterate, right? You always got to be positive when you make mistakes.
Absolutely.
But just what I've seen over the last 9 months there, from really helping out different islands on, they had a big typhoon there in September, so I was like going around to all these different places and helping out with the volunteer work there, and then teaching, and then on this journey to help people, I've learned a lot to really shift my dream to continuing to dream bigger than I could ever imagine, and continuing to enjoy the journey every single day, but at the same time really treating myself with the ultimate self-care, right? And really shifting my dream to how can I appreciate every single day to the fullest? How can I be present? How can I spread that rather than just depending every single day on helping other people or spreading the sunshine? Because it's great, but when you become codependent on helping everyone around you, that becomes a problem in itself, right? And I want to be me, and I want to be loving me, and I don't want to be loved because I'm helping other people. I want to be loved because I'm just being myself. That's all we can imagine.
That's really well said there, and I think it's like you said. You and I were talking a little bit about off the air about that. Is you kind of came to that realization where you want to do whatever you can to help other people, but you can't forget about number one right here. If you don't take care of yourself, well, then all that great work you're doing is going to go undone. So it really is amazing, the drive and the passion, and I think more than anything, the authenticity. And that's a big part. I think we see a lot of people out there who are kind of putting out an image and a persona where it might not always match how you are in public, how you are in private, but I think for you, certainly, it's the total authentic package, and that's something that really is nice to see in all the work you're doing. But what's next, my friend? I mean, you've got the book you're working on. Where are your travels taking you to next?
Yeah, so I mean, I just got back from Uruguay, right? And that was like, I would define it as like electric compass. Everywhere I go, I find different little niches of positivity to add that to my element, to add that to be a better version of me, to add that to spread more sunshine to those around me, without forcing it upon them. So I don't know where's next, but every single day is a blessing, right?
Man.
Exactly. It's just a blessing, and wherever that is, maybe it's the Nordic region, right? There, I've been reading a little bit about the hike over there, so it's all about balance and moderation, and really getting cozy with these warm social connections and combating loneliness through really really open circles. So I don't know where that would be my guess if I had to choose, but right now I'm just so focused on right here, right now, right? And helping all these different countries, that's great. But I mean, the United States is an amazing country as well, right? And people here are suffering, right? We have a lot of amazing things, but there are also a lot of things that could be improved, right? I mean, everything could be improved. So
Absolutely.
Right here, like, maybe it's teaching in New York City, right? Maybe it's creating more avenues for people to get to nature and becoming less lonely around here. So wherever it is, it doesn't matter to me. I'm going to be on vacation every single day, right? Just like I am right now, because that's what life is. But that's what I've kind of learned from this journey is I need to spend time with family. I need to spend time with friends. I need to spend time with me. And people need help here, right? So I don't need to be running around and spreading my time to other avenues when I could be free and help people here.
That's awesome, my friend. So tell me this. We got a lot of kids who are getting ready now to go to college. They're getting ready and it's a nervous time. You and I have both been through it. What do you tell those guys, to put that kind of discomfort, that not worry about their ease? What do you tell them to get ready for that next journey in life?
I would say have the consistency of Jersey Joe with your jersey. No, I mean, for reality is like wherever they go, I think that they need to just be themselves, right? And it's going to be super, super hard to actually be themselves. But when they go to college, it's like, have fun, enjoy it to the fullest. Go out and go to parties, right? Go out, do really well in school, be nice to your teachers, be nice to your classmates, and just do your best, right? And don't be so hinged on getting a 4.0 or being a perfectionist. No one's perfect, and we all make mistakes, right? So do your best, right? Be awake as possible. But then, like, my little touch to it is like, whenever you have that chance to get out of your comfort zone, to join a tango club, right? To do this photography club, just do it. Find whatever. If you have to get Oreos in order to get yourself into, just get yourself into environments where you can be yourself and you can feel that. You know what I mean? Like, feel this vibration of being alive, because it's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be nerve-wracking. But at the same time, if you really go over that fear barrier, if you really go over that comfort zone, there's so much greatness at the other end of the wall. So that's what I would say for that, is like, do something that really, I mean, college is a time where they put so much positive, healthy environments around you, and you're just not seeing it, right? And we all miss it. So that's what I would say.
That's awesome advice, man. And certainly, you want to learn more from this guy, which I'm sure you do, BrandonLaBella.com. The book, again, is The Journey to Failing Freely. Make sure you pick up that. There also is the second book coming out. You keep up doing everything you will, my friend. We're going to stay in touch, because when you're back around, when you're not traveling around somewhere, you come back on here. We'd love to break down your new book. Can't wait to see that, my friend.
Well, we got to get you out there traveling to the country as well with that consistency.
We got to do it, my friend. But I'm really glad you could come on today. Just really good stuff. You keep up the great work, because what you're doing is really making a difference, and you should be proud of everything that you've done and you're continuing to accomplish.
I appreciate that, brother.
You got it, everyone. Everyone, I'm Joe Archino. This has been This Is Why We Stand. Thank you for tuning into this episode. We'll catch you next time.